It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. Here again for Flipping 101, Flipping Land 101. I got Anthony here. He was kind enough to join us en route to a soccer game, I'm assuming, for one of the kids.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, all right. I say, hey, you might be out there. I'm like, never know. You never know. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna be I'll be parked in 4 minutes. So I'll cut my camera on here in a few minutes too.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We're good. All right. So, but yeah, guys, we're here to hopefully evaluate your properties. We'll take a look at some here on our end. It's all the education process, trying to help you capture some of these opportunities out here nationwide. Land is a different animal than what most other wholesalers, whatever, talk about. So we'll give you a first hand look at how it goes down with my guys. That's all they do. You know, they 100% in. So there's your opportunity to take advantage of all of this free game. So how's it going, Ant?
Good, man. Thank you, bro. Thanks for doing this too. This is really fun. It's been really fun to hang out with you and learn like this. You know, interesting statistic that I learned just about 30 minutes ago is
Okay.
that land sales only account for about 3% of all real estate transactions. So that's how
Oh,
niche it is. That's how blue ocean it is.
oh my
Uh,
God. Oh wow.
yeah. So it's so wide open, man. There's no competition at all out there. So if you get really, really good at learning how to identify and look at land deals, it might, even if it takes you a year or two to just master it. I mean, you can make disproportionate amount of income like versus other asset classes. So it's worth giving it a listen and pursuing it, no matter how complex it is, because like I said, it's very niche, very blue ocean. So yeah, man, thanks for putting this on for your audience, man. This is really, really good. It's really healthy for the brand.
Yeah, man, I've learned an immense amount in these 4 to 5 weeks that we've been doing this. Just so from my own personal education of what I really appreciate you guys just willing to do this for my audience and me, you know. So because I'm asking questions based on either my lack of understanding on something, or I think it may be important for someone else's journey to get it, because that's probably what I was thinking before I understood why I was asking the question or what the answer was. So, but yeah, so just real quick while we're waiting on you to park, just give them a little background about Hive Mind and what you guys um, currently do, what you offer as far as assistance and so on, as far as your community.
Yep. So we created it's a white labeled go high level system. That's not what it was originally designed to be, but we were going to create a community around land investing. I kind of fell into land by accident because it wasn't, I guess I was interested in land at some point. I was looking at some different YouTube videos about wholesaling. But yeah, I just got a big massive deal with my first campaign, like in my first 30 days or 45 days or something, and I got a farm lead, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I ended up doing like a novation type deal where I gave the seller some cash, partnered with her, cleaned the property up, listed it on the MLS, and then what the hell I was doing, and I just did this complex transaction because I was just had a bunch of people helping me and counting on me or just teaching me how to do it. And I made like 85,000, maybe right over 85,000 on like one of my first deals, and that was in land. So I was like, man, I was prepared to, flip duplexes and houses, and I've been a general contractor for 20 years. So I said, shoot, I'll be the best house flipper that ever lived before. You know what I mean? And I'm a marketing guy. I got a marketing background, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna destroy it. And
yeah,
then once I got that monster check, from wholesaling or selling that land, I was like, what the heck? I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't have to like look at shingles or paint colors. I didn't have to deal with nothing. I just like signed a bunch of documents and they wired that money to my account. And like my stomach dropped when I saw that wire hit my account. I was like, because man, if I did something illegal or something weird, you know what I mean, crooked, then I might go to prison. Now it's on paper, you know. So like at first, it was very jarring. And you know, I said, man, this is cool. And I've made big checks in my life, way bigger than that, but not for signing a handful of documents.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's where the magic was. So I started to like really think about it. I said, man, I need to really like get better at finding these land deals. And so as I started digging in and trying to figure out how to find them and just like what does it take to do it, as an experienced professional marketer, I saw that it was very daunting because it either took a lot of hours or a lot of capital to source the leads,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it was I got it in my mind. I said, well, what I could do is I could recruit because I have a multi-level marketing background. I
Really?
said I can recruit and train a ton of people to help me find these leads, and then they would invest their time and some of their capital to bringing the deals to the table, and then I would help them just navigate the legals and the paperwork, and you know, possibly with some capital if it was appropriate. And so I said, okay, I'm going to create a mastermind around land investing. But you know, if you join a mastermind one day and then you're gone next Tuesday, it's not an easy business to build a sustainable you know, company in, because people join the mastermind, they're gone. So I said, I'm going to do a white label of a CRM product. I'm going to find a CRM product quickly, right? Just so I can launch quickly and get that out to the masses. And then when you join the CRM, then you're in the mastermind. And the reason I thought that would be like good to couple those two together is because if you know, put all of your business into a CRM, you can't exactly just take all your toys and pick up and leave and go do something else, right? So you're kind of temporarily stuck in this mastermind for a little while. So that was the thinking, and yeah, it worked like a charm, man. We were up and running in 6 weeks with Go High Level. You know, we got it to like 60 or 70,000 a month for the mastermind, and now fast forward about 3.5 years later, you know, we just have tremendous lead flow, tremendous community, and we haven't taken our focus off one bit. We're just getting better by the day, actually. I just got a lead for a property in by Bandera, Texas. It's by an electrical co-op, and we're underwriting it right now for a data center. You know, so I've never
Mm.
even done one before, but I thought being where it was unique enough. So I got a guy that specializes in data centers, crypto mining farms, and solar farms. So this is a very unique opportunity to learn land, man. And there's levels to this, right? I thought I was real cool because I'm looking at this $3 million ranch, 150 acres, right by the electrical co-op. So I said, man, this looks like a slam dunk for a solar farm, 150 acres. I called the guy and he penciled it out. He says, oh no, he says, you want to find something more like 1,500 acres. So I'm like,
Mm.
damn, I thought a $3 million ranch was a pretty nice sizable hit, but in his mind, he's like, that's a joke.
Oh,
So
wow.
again, it's like good to pursue land because there's a lot of upside and there's a lot of different strategies you can do that will keep you, you know, in the game and playing the game at a very high level. So we just love this thing forever, man. It's crazy. Like once you think you know a lot, you don't know nothing in land.
Really? All right, all right. Yeah. Oh, but that's the great thing about it. You don't have to know everything to make money. You know, that's just that's real estate in general, though. You know, you
Yeah,
don't have to know everything to make money. You can make a ton of mistakes and still end up with a 5-figure payday. You know, so but yeah. All right. So you can see my screen, right?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me do it here on my end. Then we'll look at a couple things. All right, so let's look at this first one down here. All right, let me open it up. Let me grab my present. Nice. Okay, so this property here, let me pull it up in Land ID really quick. Um, is this it? Wait a minute. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Thought I just pulled it up. 198. Okay, it's this one. Okay, it's this one. All right. All right, let me copy land ID, correct new map, Texas. All right. Okay, so okay, so what I thought about this property, All right. Just on the surface, before we turn any wetlands on, it's basically a corner lot, 177 acres, right?
Mm-hmm.
And um, ideal for something. But once you turn on the lights, there you go. So half of it is um, could possibly be not usable or whatever. Um, so that's all wetlands.
What is the price per acre they're asking on this one?
Well, a house is included with it, so it's 177 acres. What is that? 1.25 divided by 177, so 6,300.
6,300. Where's this at? What's the address on it?
Clarksville, Texas.
Let me check this out real quick. So the first thing I do is I just go to my Maps app, just regular Google Maps.
Okay.
Clarksville, Texas. I'm gonna click there.
All right. I'm just gonna
I'm
pull
gonna
it up. I'm gonna follow it through with you. So it's
yeah
over
zoom.
Google Maps, and I'm zoom out.
Yep, I see Clarksville,
So that's
and I just zoom way out.
okay. Way out. Okay.
Yeah, just like over where Clarksville is.
All right.
Yeah, so then I want to find what are the two closest, nearest, biggest towns to it. So it looks like it's between Paris, Texas, and Texarkana, which are,
Texarkana.
yeah, which are both like secondary markets.
Okay.
But I would like to know what the density is right there of Clarksville. Like, what's the population there?
Population. Let me see more. Says only 2,800.
Yeah, that would be tough, man. It's gonna be tough to sell,
Okay.
floodland property in
Mm-hmm.
an area where there's not that many buyers, 2,000 buyers. So what I would do is I would consider this like a cold to warm property, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that gives you permission to just beat them up on price. Is it listed?
Yeah. At 1.1.
Okay.
Of course, they have this house here. I know they've taken that into consideration, but it's a 1 bedroom, 2 bath uh, deal here. Interesting. So.
What I would do is I would talk to the seller and I would gauge their level of motivation and interest.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know what our intentions are is that we split properties up. The
Okay.
the play might be here is to list that house on a 10 or 20 acre tract, for
Mm-hmm.
350 or 450 or something, whatever it comps out at.
Yeah.
That way it drives down the overall cost of the rest of the land. Because if you can average out the rest of your land, like dollar cost average out the rest of the land and maybe get it for like 3,000 an acre,
Yeah.
then you can try to turn around and sell it for like 4,000 or 4,500 an acre and still make 200 or 300 grand on this deal.
Okay.
But so what we do with these sellers is this: when they have a complex deal like this, we say, look, I have a strategy to move this property. I see it's been sitting for a little while, but somebody's going to have to invest a lot of time and a lot of capital into this property to get it to move.
Mm-hmm.
So I would either need a significant discount, or I would like to come in as a like kind of like a partnership of some sort, where I place the capital and the engineering to get it sold for you, while you wait and I'll get it done. So that's what I would do. Sometimes they're open to it if they're just frustrated with it.
Okay.
Um, yeah, then like I said, we can come in. We could look at splitting it up into 2 or 3 20 acre lots, or 30 acre lots, stuff like that, and then separate that house off by itself and see if that gets any traction there. So once the seller gives you permission to market it, right, either through an LOI or contract, when you have equitable interest, I would shop that house out by itself on 20 to 30 acres and figure out what it's worth, 350, 450, and try to use that to offset the rest of the price of the land. And I like this layout is okay because the floodland is to the back of the property.
Okay.
So as long as you have a front piece that's
Oh,
usable and flood in the back, you're okay.
oh, I didn't even look at it in that way. I looked at it that half of this is cut off, but no, you could just don't even worry about this part of it up here as far as road frontage. It's just road frontage down here, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. That's just that simple way of me not even thinking about it in that way. Because like you said before, or either you or Daniel said before, if the floodplain or the wetlands is in the rear, then it's not as big of a deal. or whatever. So
Yeah, that floodlands back there that could be used for recreational, camping, Airbnb type stuff, glamping, hunting, bow hunting, turkeys, like hog hunting. You know what I mean? That's a massive playground back there.
okay.
And yeah, people with a lot of coin laying around like to buy stuff like that because when there's wetlands, there's usually a little bit of standing water. There could be creeks, streams, ponds, stuff like that, and that
Mm,
attracts the animals. So yeah, flood zone. Like I said, as long as you get it for a great price, it's
hmm
very valuable. It's very valuable.
Okay. All right. Okay. I need to make a note of that. All right. So, all right.
Let's say, for example, let's just say like we can get 350, right, just for round number sake for that house sitting on 20 acres or something. So we
Okay.
got 1-1. This is without us beating them up on price, but just starting with their list price, 1-1 minus 350,000, 750, right? And then let's say we leave the house on 20 acres. So that leaves us with how many acres left? 150?
Um, yeah, that leaves 150, 157 to be exact. Yeah.
Divided by 157. Boom. Now we're down to 47.77 an acre.
Okay.
So yeah, we even if we only added $1,500 per acre, right? So 47.77 plus 1,500, 62.77. So 1,500 times 157, still a $235,000 hit. And even if it takes you a year, right? Because this is a slow moving market. But if the seller's committed to staying in the deal with you, and we get some shredders out there, some equipment, get it flagged off, staked off, clean it up, make it look really beautiful, really presentable, you still stand to make $200,000 on this deal, and that's just only bumping up $1,500 per acre.
Okay. All right. So at that 1.125, you could pay that, assuming that you could sell the house in 20 acres for 350. Is basically what you're saying, right?
Yep, and the house looks really, really nice. I mean, maybe it brings more than that. Maybe under like it's just like a random fair price for a cabin in the woods, right? Look at it's beautiful, man. It's nicely remodeled, all oak, like all wood finished. It's a beautiful property. They take it looks really well maintained. So maybe brings 450, on 20 acres. Who knows? But yeah,
Yeah.
so they're placing a tremendous amount of value of that property on the home itself. So if we could remove that and put some of that back into the deal, then it leaves a lot of room for spread here. So again, I would probably talk to the seller, see if they're open for something creative. That would be step one. Step two, I would run some ads on Facebook Marketplace to see if you can get a response for that
hmm
house on 20 acres, like at 399 or something,
hmm
and then see what happens, see what the market does. If you get no responses, like in a week or two, then I drop the price of the house to 350 and see if that gets some attention, and then you can kind of figure out, like back out what you need to be able to offer on that land to get it. So maybe it's like, hey, we'll do that creative deal, but I'm gonna have to put about 100,000 into this property to clean it up and put culverts and do all that other stuff. So I can't pay 1,125, but I'll be like a good 950. So boom, now you're down 100, 150 on the negotiations, 350 down on the house. You might be in 600 or 650, right, for
hmm
157 acres, and now this deal is really cooking.
Yeah. So now you're down to 600,000 and divided by the 157. So you're at 3,800 an acre. Okay.
Boom. Now
Yeah.
you try to sell it for 4,900 an acre, you know what I mean, and still make yourself 200, 250 at a real cheap price. So somebody could pick up a 40-acre lot, right? Or let's say a 40-acre lot for, I don't know, 4,900 an acre, 196,000 for 40 acres in a half decent area. I know Paris is pretty good. So again, it's like even though this deal's been sitting, tons of flood zone. If you want to play with it for a year, I'm sure you could squeeze out a couple $100,000 out of it.
Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right. The next one here is so this one is on 105 acres, and they're asking 929. It's in Bagwell, Texas. What's going on, Daniel? Welcome
Hello,
on.
hello. Happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
The man himself.
So Bagwell, Texas. Let's see where it is.
Like
So,
Clarksville, it's in the same similar area.
oh yeah, same area. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So it's a
Yeah.
little closer on the Texas, Arcana side. So, all right. So I guess similar situation then.
Yeah,
Let's
I
look.
do. I'd be worried about density on this in this area. Yeah, because I mean you're
Yeah.
kind of you're out in the country, but you never know, man. Some of those little towns hit. So if you're, let's say we are going to choose to pursue one or two of these, I would run ads for like 10-acre lots, 20-acre lots, 40-acre lots at a cheap price, and then see where the market wants to respond to that, to that number, and then we'll go from there. That's what I would do on both of these, and you might find that one, 10-acre tracts at 5,000 an acre is a killer deal in one area that'll move quickly, and then the other may not. So I might start there.
This one's a little longer and deeper, so this one's going to be hard to move already as is.
Yeah, it's two
Oh,
parcels
it's
here.
2 parcels. Okay, never mind. How big is that one that the house is on?
It's 30. I think it's 30. Let me see. It's 30 acres, and then you got this little slither right here that's 2.7 acres, and then this big parcel up here is 61.
Look, before we even talk about price, I'm already liking this deal
This
because
one, yeah, this one looks good. I thought it
you
was
want
a big parcel.
you want to go through it, Daniel, with them. Why is it so good?
Yeah, because it has all the frontage. It's on a
Let me go back. Okay.
yeah, it's on a main road, and it's 3 parcels, so that's why this one's looking good already. The even the big house with 30 acres, you can cut that in half and have 2 15-acre lots. So you have 15-acre lot with the house, 15-acre lot with the woods, and maybe a lake. It looks like there's 2 lakes on that house parcel.
Yeah.
Now the big one above it, the 61, I mean
Mhm.
that can cut into easily 415s and call it a day.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So they're asking 10K an acre, and then this one has the house involved as well. So when you buy big land, is sometimes you can get the house, you can get it. Sometimes they just do it as land value,
Yeah.
and sometimes they'll throw a little value for the house because it's really hard to comp. So if you can cut off the house part, value that, and then value the land parcels, this one may be looking pretty good.
I think I did 300 grand on the house, just doing, knowing what I know about it and looking at what other stuff. So,
It's a big house, a 5'3", 3,500 square
so
feet.
that was let me back up. That was a very conservative number because nothing was that big. Everything else was selling around 300, right? That was like, 2,000 square feet or, between 1,500 to 2,500 square feet, they were selling for 300 grand. So I just being conservative, I said the house was 300 grand, which I'm pretty sure it's more because this house is 3,500 square feet. And it looked like, they got all kind of stuff going with it or whatever. Got a couple of, what is that? Some type of shed or warehouse or something on it. Also a barn, if you want to call it. Yeah, nice property, man. Wow. Okay.
So I'm looking at 10-acre tracts comps. It looks like it's going for like 85 to 10,000 an acre,
Okay.
which we're buying potentially for under 10,000 an acre, probably like 9.
Okay.
You see that 105 acres for 929.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on what the house value is, you said 350 conservatively.
Yeah, 350 conservatively. So if I subtract 350 from it,
Yeah, and then
579.
you'd probably make it like a 15-acre tract, so you'd have 90 acres left. So 90 acres divided by 579.
So yeah, it's 6,400.
So you're buying at 6,400 an acre,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just valuing the house at 350.
Yeah.
So then you can probably make 3 to 4,000 per acre on the 90. So it's
270.
270 to 350 grand on this deal.
Okay. It's just as the as is price right now, which I think we offered 800. They turned it down or whatever. Or was it they said they turned down 750? I think our initial offer is 600 actually, and they turned it down. So they turned down 750 is what they said. So, but you're saying that the asking price, it still may work.
Yeah, it still maybe would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still maybe would work. Let me see what's for sale in Bagwell.
I'll let you share your screen if you want. Do I need to add Ant back, or he took himself off?
I think he's there. He's just not sure. He's not doing any
Okay.
video, so
Okay. All right. Cool.
he can still talk.
Okay.
Can you put the links for all the thing in the chat again?
Yeah. My bad.
Because it's not in my chat.
Where are we? Private chat. Okay.
Hey, I was gonna ask, what a 2 acre track's going for around there? Because that's probably the biggest key to this whole thing right there. What if a 2 acre track is worth a hundo or something?
Let me look that up real quick. 1, 5. There's only one comp for 55.
Well, there you go. I'd call that 2 acre track worth 50.
Yeah.
That helps the deal a little bit.
Yeah. So 1 acre track. This is a 3 acre track for 55, but this is 2021 pricing, or 2022.
Yeah, things have gone up tremendously in the last 2 years.
Yeah. Here's a 1 acre, a little bit outside.
Even if you dumped it for 45, you know what I'm saying? That's still a lot of footage for that one little tiny piece of land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what's sold. There's really nothing available. One thing I like about this is I look at what's available is nothing. That means it'll probably move because there's no inventory that size.
No
So you don't.
competition.
So we don't always look at if nothing is available as far as it may be a good thing that nothing is
Yes.
available. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. If there's nothing available that size at that price point, I mean, it could be as soon as it hits the market, it could fly off even more than what we think it's worth, hypothetically. So, all right. But if I go back to bigger lots, let's just go 20 acres. This one could be worth something. Like this is over 10,000 an acre, asking for 75. And the thing is we're on a main road. I think we're on that main farm road that cuts across.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a main artery. So that's the other thing too. We like being on the main artery. Like this is asking 15K an acre, but it's been on market for half a year. So, and they probably stuck on their price. See, listed it for 200. They dropped it down to 150, and now they're just waiting. So this one might be a good one. I would dig in on the terms on this one.
Okay.
And see what you can negotiate on that one, because that one may be something pretty good.
Okay. I was going from the bottom up on those, so you can go wherever you want from there.
All right. So that was Bagwell. Okay. Yes. In your notes, it says it may be a deal at full asking price. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. This Beeville one. This is 233 acres for 1.4 in Beeville. $233 acres for 1.49. Say 1.5 divided by 233 is 6,400 an acre. Now the layout looks like it's frontage on two sides, but this is a lot of land. I would really like, because even here, you have a good chunk of frontage right here. Let's see if that's that back. I don't think the back lot's frontage. I think it's only frontage here and frontage on the side. Let me see. Yeah.
Actually, that is a road on the backside. It's a county road, 332.
This, you have the land ID?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you pop that in the chat or the private chat?
Yeah. Let me do it.
Let me see that. Because if it's three sides of frontage, then you're onto something. If it's 2, it's a little rough.
Okay. 1 second. Um, all right, 233.
Actually, I can,
What count is that on? 1 second, I had it.
I'm working on it right now.
Okay, I got it in the chat now.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Yeah, this one's might be interesting. You're right. County Road 332. We have the farm to market 796, and then we have this one, County Road 323. All right, so this gets interesting. This is 200 acres total. We have a parcel already cut off at 16.
And you got one up in the front too, some
Yeah.
whatever that is right there in the front.
And then this one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, 200 acres. What makes this even a deal right here? There's probably a house here too, maybe
Mm-hmm.
right there. So this is another house tract with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots on it, and then we
That
have
sounds
3
good.
sides of frontage. Go ahead.
I said that sounds good.
Oh, I know. This one might look good too. All right, so now we got to look at potentially. We got to see. There's no bed and bath, so we have to figure out what the bed and bath is because, like I said, with all these so far that we've seen that I've been here for, there's a house value like that's kind of unknown, and that's what this one's going to be. The same thing. All right, so let's look for
Beville.
Beeville, 10 to 20 acre tracts. So we have a lot of frontage. I usually look at for sales and for solds. Let me see where this track is to Beeville.
Because I'm gonna go find my kid at soccer, guys. I'll catch up to y'all later, okay?
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
So this is Southwest Beeville, like right here, which is closer to 37, which is another cool thing. All right, so we got a 10 acre tract comp, 10,000 an acre. All right, so 10,000 acres of comp on the sold side. Stuff for sale is over 10. That's 11,000. That's about 12,000. So they're asking more than 10. And then the total. So remember, just land only is 6,400 an acre. So if we get a house, it might knock us down to 5,000 acres. So this one might be a deal too.
Okay.
Because everything for sale is 10. Like this is the first one that's under 10,000 acres. 17 for 150.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 9,000. 19 for 150. But look how ugly it is.
Yeah.
20, 11, 179. So based off of what's available, this is good. Based off what's sold, it's good. The main thing is figuring out what the house is worth,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to be the tricky one. That's what's not make or break the deal, but that'll tell you how juicy it is at list price.
Okay. At list price. Okay. Same thing on this one. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, this one's pretty juicy at list price.
Okay.
Another one like this is 2 for 2.
Okay.
I'll try and get creative terms. 233 acres. Has 2 wells. So it has water access. And it's new to market. See, one thing that they might do is they might keep the land, or they might keep the house
Okay.
and sell all the land around them since it's already on its own little parcel. That's
Mhm.
probably why it's not listed.
Okay.
So that's a possibility. But as land value, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I mean, like I said, even if you can make This is 233 acres. 233. You make 3,000 an acre off of that. That's 700 grand.
Oh, yeah.
So this one's definitely worth the squeeze to figure out. And I would probably make an offer on this one and the Bagwell because those are both pretty hot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. What else we got?
There's a house with 54 acres. So 54, 689 divided by 54. So they're asking 12.7 an acre currently, but there's a house. I've gotten better, Flip Man.
What on Land ID?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right, so the house is going to be on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lake. Let's go down to
Get your water. Yeah.
You got little Lake Stream flood zone.
Okay.
It looks pretty good. Now your frontage.
What does unmapped mean? I guess it may be what is.
Where do you see unmapped? Oh, this.
That's the yellow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
It might be unmapped flood zone.
Okay.
Like they don't have 100% FEMA data.
Okay. All right.
All right. So this one, the frontage is okay. Could be better, but it's okay. But it's only 50 acres, so this could be. What is it? 15, 16 acre lots,
Mm-hmm.
and one as a house.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically.
Yep.
Almost like these little strips.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see where we're at. Close to 77. So you always want to be close to a major artery. That is not far from 77. It's 2 turns. No. From 77 or this way. Does look like a little pocket city here.
Mm-hmm.
Little pocket houses. So that's going in its favor. The main thing is going to be house value. Let me close this out. This is Cameron. Okay. So they're asking 12.7 an acre with the house.
Oh.
Let's see where we're at. We're looking for 10, 20 acre tracts. That's probably be a good comp. 19 acres. This one's going to be a little tight. This looks like it's 11 an acre.
Mm-hmm.
20 acre tract. 10 went for 18. 15, this would be a good comp too. Went for 225.
Mm-hmm.
That is like 13 an acre, which is what they're asking for. But there's a house involved too.
Yeah.
So the main thing that's going to make or break this one is the house. What the house condition is in.
Okay.
Depending on what we can get. See, here's somebody subdivided. Yeah.
Mm.
People are doing this all over the place.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
What
somebody got
What were
really
they selling those
here.
for? What they were selling those for? So they sold that for 16. Wow. Okay.
And this is all farmland.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be dependent on the house is the main thing.
Okay.
What the house would go for and how big it is, condition it's in. And I don't even know if there's any photos of the house besides the aerial. Oh, here we go. Looks like a house from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So condition isn't bad. It's just outdated.
Outdated. Yeah.
So, but 3.2, 1,300 square feet. I mean, I should easily go for 150 to 200. You know, pretty much in any market without even looking at it.
Yeah.
So if we can get the price breaker down.
So what's that for? So basically, what is that?
You probably have to cut it with like 10-acre tract or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd probably be worth like 300, give or take, with 10-acre tract.
Okay.
Which cuts the price down in half, maybe 250. Say 250 worst case scenario, got you down to 400 for 40 acres, so 10,000 an acre. And then comps are.
So you subtracted 300 from the 689 or 200?
I did 250 just to
Okay.
be conservative because essentially
All right.
you have to make it a 10-acre tract.
Okay.
And then this is 12 an acre, so there's 100 grand there, or 100 grand or more, which isn't bad, but could be better.
Yeah.
But it really depends on what the house goes. So the house goes for 300 with 10 acres. That juices up your margin because that's half the purchase price. So there's 100 grand on this one potentially. So timeline, if you can get some type of novation type timeline to list it on the MLS or break it down and then break it apart. It'd be built in 1980. Oh yeah, built in 1984. I was right on.
Yeah.
Hasn't been remodeled since.
Mm-hmm. They don't even show a front photo of it, though. That's interesting.
The front photo is this.
Yeah.
This one. So this one could be good. It's just you gotta figure out what the house, kind of estimate what the house is. Especially when you're doing stuff like this, you really have to kind of put your house hat on.
Yeah.
To see what you can value the house, because the house value is going to determine what you can exit at.
Okay. All right. So we got.
All right. Here we go. So $899 for 50 acres.
They put a lot into the house, aren't they?
Motivated sellers.
Yeah. Right.
Sure. You're not motivated if you're on the market 180 days.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah. Agents will throw that word around very loosely.
Don't lie to me. You would have sold it if you were motivated.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. You always want to look at what the parcels look like, because that other one was a perfect example. Like two properties ago,
Yeah.
it was on 5 lots, and the house lot was already cut off. And
Yeah.
Frontage is not good.
Not good. Yeah.
Frontage is not good.
I wanted to throw that one in there so they could see it, though. Just to see. Even though it has road frontage, it's not good road frontage. Not enough. It's not enough. What is that? That's an easement down the side right there.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a map error too.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if it was smaller, the access might be fine. But since it's this big, you can only cut it in half. So essentially you'd have, this is a 50-acre tract, it'd be 25s, which isn't bad, but if it had a little bit more frontage or less acreage, it'd be perfect. Like if it was maybe a 40-acre tract or 30-acre tract, it'd be perfect. But since it being a 50, it makes it a little bit harder. So hypothetically, we're looking at 25s and 125 with the house. And let's see where we're at. So we're northeast of Wilder. Farm to Market Road is paved. That's a good thing. So you don't have to look that up. So it's on a paved road, which is good. All right, so let's remove the boundary, and then we're gonna look for 20 to 50 acres and see what we find, because that's where we're gonna be at. So we got a 28 acre with a house for $495. Okay. So I think that one they're asking for $899.
Mm-hmm.
So potentially be half the value of the house. 22 acres, 525. This probably had a house on it too. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that one had a house too. So you got two comps with 20 acres for 500, or
So that leaves what, 400?
400 and 500,
Mm.
500. So 20 acres with the house could be worth 500.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's anything pending. They're up for sale. Let me zoom out a little bit. All right, so we got a 30 acre for 575. Let me zoom out a little bit and see what's right here. Everybody's Armstrong. $29 acres.
Per acre. $14 per acre.
This one would be, I think it's probably right at market value or very close to it, up or down, in my opinion.
Right.
If it was smaller, it'd probably be better.
Mm-hmm.
If it had more frontage, probably be a little bit better. But since it's kind of less frontage, bigger, access is small, like this one's probably right there. They priced it pretty well. And the problem that these properties have is they're too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for a specific buyer, which is our whole value add, is we try and make it affordable.
Yeah.
So even 400, it's not really affordable either.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. If we cut this property in half, we're gonna have to make two $500,000 lots essentially, which isn't really affordable at all. So you're gonna have to sit on the market for a long time. This one's on 57 days. You can see this one is 337 days. So yes, it may sell, but it's going to take a long time.
Long time. Yeah.
So you really have to get a better price to create a better movement for this price point, for the potential price point you're selling at. So that one's probably a no, unless you got a really steal of a price.
Okay. All right.
All right, here we go. Next one.
Which one is this? This is
Chamberlain.
Yeah. Now I put that one in there knowing how it's shaped. It's probably not going to work. So just for demo purposes. So,
Perfect.
but you know, you may see differently.
All right, so you have, there's going to be flood zone right at the front.
Right.
So this is really, really bad. Okay, so your access point is all flood zone. It's really, really bad. It seems like there's an easement that cuts through for the neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
It cuts right here, but it's not their easement. So this is pretty much landlocked, with flood zone being the only access point, which is a no-go at any price point.
Okay.
I
All
haven't
right.
looked at the comments in a while. Okay. Nothing. Okay. So that one, pretty easy to pick apart right off the front.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're on the last one.
Yeah.
Right on time.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 117 acres with the house for 875. 1,800 square feet, 32 wraparound porch, livestock, and hunting. Okay. Grab the address. Let's see what the lot layout looks like. All right, so we got a bunch of creeks. Good for hunting. Good for hunting, but access is bad.
Mhm.
This is really, really big, 117 acres, so
And it's deep.
it's going to get deep.
Yeah.
50-acre tracts, 3 of them. That's this one's going to have to be. Frontage is bad. The creeks are bad. Not all bad because like somebody could build a house here, somebody could build a house here, and somebody could build a house here. So it's not like there's even a house in the middle. So like it's not all bad. It's just you're gonna create ugly inventory like this long strip,
Mm-hmm.
potentially. So let's see where we're at. We're near the 77, which is good, and we are
North of Austin. Okay. Northeast.
east of Temple. Okay. So they're asking 877 divided by 117, 7,500 an acre. Remember, this is bigger tracks, so we're gonna have to bump it up to bigger tracks. 50 to 100 acres. Let's see what those are going for. All right, 70-acre track for 601. That's about
9.
8,500 an acre. And they're asking 75, so there's $1,000 per acre there potentially. What's this one? 91 acres for 637.
Mm.
That's like 7,000 an acre, which is no good. But it's bigger than what we're cut up into anyway, so it's all right. 67 for 400. That is about 6,000 an acre, 67.
Mm.
91 sold for 900. There's a 10,000 acre tract,
Mm.
but had good frontage. They
Yeah.
could have easily cut this one up for tens, 9 tenths. Because they got good frontage. Okay, so good frontage gets a good price. All right, this is for sale. Uh, 80 for 850 is 10. 52 for 11. This one might not be bad. Just looking at it's see 0.3 views per day. It's been on market for a year. I'd probably make a cash offer for like 250, and you can probably get 5 tens on this. It'd be like a one.
This is one through what you just discovered.
I'm looking for comps. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You just saying it looks good. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's ready. It's your motivated seller. He's
Yeah.
still on market, 300 days.
Mm-hmm. But what the water looked like? Did you see the wetland and what's the name?
There's no address.
It might be sometimes they'll have a parcel down there. If you go back to the listing side of it, you scroll all the way down and do show more. Yeah, sometimes they'll have a parcel. Just have to figure out the county. Just have to Google it, I guess, and see what the county is. Rosebud. Let me see, Rosebud. Rosebud is in Falls County.
You said Falls, Fall.
Yeah, Falls.
Parcel ID FALLS.
You got to choose one of them. It may be the right one. Is that it?
No.
That can't be. All right.
That parcel ID isn't coming up.
It ain't coming up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And that's probably why it's not sold.
Yeah, you can't find it. Yeah. That's a bad listing. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is a perfect example of a motivated seller.
Mhm.
The agent listed it wrong. If you can call the agent and figure out where this is,
Yeah.
it could be worth something.
Okay. All right. Oh, one of the other things I'll do is go back to the what was the it's in Rosebud. Let me show y'all. I can
You want this link?
yeah, just put it in there. I normally still can try to find it. Let me see.
But the other two are good.
Okay.
The Beeville
Uh-huh.
has potential, and this Bagwell has potential.
Okay. All right.
And this one has potential too.
Yeah, so what I'll do is let me share my screen. All right, so normally what I would do is, where is it? Damn, I just had it. What did I do with it? Oh, right here. Okay, so I'll just normally just zoom in on it, right? And like this one here has, I think, an actual address next door to it. Maybe it'll pull it. Let's see. Okay, it didn't like that. So we'll go back out, trying to find something like a house or something in here that Zillow recognizes. Let me see. Not that. Let's see. Add a little more.
It says it's next to a church.
Yeah. This church normally, probably because it's not, what's the name? It's not going to pull it. Trying to find something. Let's see what this is. Okay, here we go, right here.
All right. Maps. I think I can find it.
Okay.
If I'm determined enough. 1445 and 274. 1445 and 274. This is Rosebud, Texas.
So it's down from, what is that, 1445 and 1445. And it's right below this house right here. Let me change this over to aerial. How many acres was it?
52.
Here it is right here. I found it.
Found it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Here it is right here, I think.
Yep, that's it. That is it. Sure.
So let's see what we got. Okay, so don't like an issue there. I guess the church, I guess they own that a little bit, and then we can do about that. But What's this, a driveway right here?
Probably a farm road
Yeah.
to kind of access the farmland.
Okay, so how would you split this one up though? Being the church has part of it right here.
So you have with the frontage there, estimate you can probably do 3 to 4 lots. So essentially, you can cut it up into 12 to 18-acre lots.
Okay. See how much road frontage this is, right?
So I would start on the church side. Yeah, you can probably get 3 lots off of that.
Yeah,
And that's, I'm not even looking at the subdivision rules. Usually it's like 220, so it's 660. So you can probably get 3, maybe 4, pretty easily off of this.
yeah, it's
But
777 feet right there.
yeah, the right one's going to be the ugly one. So
Okay.
I'd maybe just go up and create a triangle and cut off that whole right side behind the church.
Right.
Make it a 15-acre track or something, or
Okay.
16-acre track. And then the rest I would try and just do straight back. But you can probably get 3 to 4 lots off of that, off the frontage.
So you're gonna do like this and go
Cut back to the right.
go like this. So
Uh,
you're gonna get them a larger lot, or that's too much road frontage for them.
no, the road frontage is fine. I would just make it more like a pizza slice.
Oh, okay.
I'd cut that inside corner in a little bit to make it more of a triangle.
Okay. All right.
So I'd go frontage. You want a good checker frontage, cut behind the church, and just make it like a triangle.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
So you essentially have 2 triangle pieces and 1 straight piece.
Okay. I got you. Okay, so you would go, I think I'm understanding right. So you would go here, and then come under like this, right?
Yep. And it might go a little bit further back.
Okay. All right. So let's see. So boom, boom, go down a little more right here is what you're saying?
Yeah.
And then go back here and come back up. Boom. Boom. And then the second one you would do like this. Basically the same thing, go down a little deeper.
Mm-hmm.
All the way.
It might not be all the way.
Okay. Maybe like this.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So you got a flag lot. Somebody's getting the flag lot.
It's not technically a flag because the frontage is big.
Okay. All right. Cool.
That's the difference. So, yes, it looks like a flag, but they're big flags. It's not. Usually, flags are skinny entrances with a skinny pole with a large flag in the back. So technically, these wouldn't qualify as flags.
Okay.
Because technically, they can build on that 200 feet of frontage on the front, and they got
so like that.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Something like that.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So that's 19. That's 19, and that's 15. Okay, not bad.
But hypothetically, they could build a house all in the front, just like the churches, across 3 houses, and everybody owns 15 to 19 acres.
Okay.
That's why it's not a flag.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's space enough to build up front.
And like I said, they should be motivated. What did you show the price breaker on it was?
They're asking right now, like it looks like 11 an acre.
11 an acre. Okay, yeah, 11 an acre exactly. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they're asking 11 an acre, but it's been on the market for a long time. The agent didn't list the location right. They're never going to sell this thing.
Yeah, terrible listing there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're never going to sell this thing. So I would make something creative and make a creative offer, and whether a cash offer, quick close for $250, or get some creative terms for $400 or something like that.
What were those tracks sell for? You think?
We can do some quick searchings, because now we cut that down to 15 acre lots. Now we can do 10 to 20 acre comps and see what goals are going for. So I got a 15 acre for 12,000 an acre.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to solds. Oh, it's actives. All right. 15 acre sold for $199. So that's about 13 an acre.
Mm-hmm.
Ugly flag, a real flag, sold for 16 an acre. Wow. That's crazy.
Mm.
That's an ugly flag too. Here's one. It's all the same.
What county is Milam County?
All right, so 16 an acre, hypothetically. So they're at 11. You can make 5,000 per acre. 50 acres is 250 grand.
Nice.
And that's just paying their price. You could probably get it cheaper with quick close, just
Yeah.
because it's been on market for a while.
Okay. Nice. Stumble into money.
Yeah, that one's a good one too. So Bagwell, Beeville, and this Cameron.
And Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Yeah.
Could be some money.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, we got any questions in here? Any? I don't think we got many. I think we got really any. Let me see. I'm not sure why it wasn't.
No questions today.
Yeah.
Everybody's on vacation.
Yeah, I got you. All right, guys. So, boom. We got some good stuff here. If you didn't join us in the beginning, Anthony, look, we looked at one there that had some potential. So, some good stuff, guys, on what to look for in these land opportunities. Anthony gave a stat in the beginning. He said only 3% of, I think he said, real estate transit. How did he say it? Real estate transactions were from land or whatever, something like that. It may have been listed properties or whatever, but it's only 3% of normally what's sold, I guess, as a whole, real estate as a whole. So that leaves a lot of opportunities, the point being made. So appreciate it, man. We'll try to do it next week again. I really appreciate you guys. I hit you up normally late evening on Friday and say, yeah, it's a go. And so anything you want to share before we get out of here?
Yeah, we've been doing this segment for maybe it feels like 6 to 8 weeks now.
Yeah, about that.
We've been doing it for a while. If you like stuff like this, check out the other previous lives. Our group is called the Hive Mind, hence the brain. I'm wearing my Hive Mind shirt. We're a Hive Mind Invest on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and all that jazz. HiveMindInvest.com. We provide a lot of education towards the land space, and we teach people how to make 6 figures on a land deal.
Make that money. Yes, sir. All right, boom. All right, so again, we appreciate Anthony and Daniel for showing up from Hive Mind, guys. Thanks. As I always like to say, we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash.